beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The NFL season has hit high gear. Off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A first carry for Najee Harris. Pushes him aside at the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
Cousins throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. Now a give, running left is Harris. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Here's Cousins. Forced out to his left. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Steelers 7, Chargers 0. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive. On first down, Justin Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. The 20. Bring it! Touchdown, Allen! Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs? Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out. And that could be their Achilles heel.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Completes it to Watt. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On play action, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. On fourth down, the rookie Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to Freiermuth. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. They run the counter. Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, Cousins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
That's what I love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left.
Oh, always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's Chris Harris with a pick. There he goes right side. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Lambo to add on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. Sliding out of the pocket. Johnson's got it complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll try the left side. It's Harris, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Herbert now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Draw play, it's Eckler. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Charger drive about to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On the give, this is Eckler.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will be taken at the 13.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Cousins.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins.
Picked off here, the 32. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Rainbow on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Back to it after the pick 6. Cousins.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They hand this off to Harris, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Second and 8.
Cousins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. "35 yards that time on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A second down throw for Cousins. Flushed out right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. On third down, here's Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Right back to Freiermuth, complete this time. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then got back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. The Charger drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action. Cousins.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A 1st down throw for Cousins.
That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Harris. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
102 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Play fake. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Oh, he stays up, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. It's complete to Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now Cousins. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he'll be out right at the 35. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Play action now, Cousins. Open man, that's the tight end, Freiermuth. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. To throw is Cousins. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Again, it's Cousins. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Cousins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now the Steelers are going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambo is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already to ask for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Chargers, it's a win that's been a long time coming as they finally win one after 9 straight.